welcome to the another episode of GPSpeaks. Today we have Ashwin Kadamboor. He is a cinematographer. He has done many more web series like Cubicals, PA Girl Season 2, Galiapa, and he has been collaborated with many companies like TVF, TSP, Galiapa, and many more things. So hi Ashwin, how are you?
Hi. I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. So, Ashwin, let me start with the question, like, which I think everyone wants to know. What is your journey? Like, how did you land up at being a cinematographer?
Uh, Basically, like during my school time, like 10th, 11th, 12th, that time, I used to do photography thing, like whichever I lived to capture like photos and all these things. During that time, but apart from photography, I had a keen on animation thing, so I just went to Arena Animation Academy to learn 3D animation. So I still do 3D modeling part of stuff. So basically, that's the source of lighting learning for me, things. So after that course, then I joined in Bangalore for SAE College Institute. Right now, that is not there in India itself. It was there that before. So I joined that college and we studied media studies. So basically, in that time, we used to create projects. So basically, like short films, documentaries, music videos, kind of stuff. So there was like in all the batches there will be one director, one actor, one editor, like kind of stuff in every college. So since I was more keen into photography and camera thing, so everybody told me to like, why don't you do the cinematography stuff? So I just tried to capturing videos, like instead of photography I tried doing videography and all this thing, which I eventually liked it. And then one of my senior gave me a chance to do his short film as a assistant cinematography. Then I did a music video for Brother V, if you know him. He's a rapper. So that was my first music video. Then eventually I got a break in a movie. So that director called me and he saw my few documentaries and this music video. He told they are planning to do a very small budget movie, Kannada language movie, and he wanted a new DOP. So I just told yes, I am in, and that the process like 3 years of that movie project, in which I met one of the associate director who just shifted from Bangalore to Mumbai in TVF. That is Chaitanya, who is the director of Cubicals and Girls Hostel. So after that, 2-3 years of that movie got finished and it got released in theaters. Then this guy called me up and I told, okay, I'll come to Mumbai. Shifted to Mumbai, then worked for TVF. Now I'm sitting with you.
That's a really interesting journey. So, as you mentioned, you did the course in Arena and there was in college in Bangalore, right? So, how was
Yeah.
the experience of that course and what the importance of that course led you in your cinematography career?
See, Arena Animation Academy is completely based on animation thing. We're creating something unrealistic stuff and all this thing. So basically, right now also I do architectural stuffs like 3D buildings, landscape, and all these things. But eventually, this 3D modeling stuff helped me out in cinematography. Like you can light up things in 3D Max. So like you create your environment and you light up in your own way, which makes me understand, okay, like this I can utilize this lighting pattern in the real life things. So that one thing which I learned. So I am still doing that. Like not everything if it is possible to do in real space, but somewhat like, from here if I put the light, how it will affect the real space and all these things. I learned from 3D Max. So that one thing helped me through Arena thing, from where I learned this 3D Max and all these things. Then secondary thing is like the college thing. So basically in media studies, I learned everything basic of the filmmaking and all these things like business, film history, film theory, and like how the world is happening and budgeting. All the basic stuffs I have learned. But then eventually, like everywhere, that knowledge is like vast. Everywhere it is there. So I just started like talking to people whoever like does anything, like even photography, even like same thing in Instagram. Whoever messages me like I liked your work and all these things, I'll still talk to those people because you might get some knowledge from that guy. It's not like you have like you did that some big web series so you are more experienced. No. Everywhere you can gain some more other like small experience. So like that, it's the main thing. Like slowly I learned from everywhere and just implemented in my own working style.
Okay, so as you mentioned that you have worked with TVF and you started
Yeah.
working like in early ages with TVF and TSP. So how was the experience and can you share some insight with our viewers?
See, TVF gave me a break, if I can tell, like all the big shows and all these things. I am so happy for that. So it was a great experience because there were like Chaitanya and there are a lot of directors in TVF. Like everybody have different moods and different styles and different pattern how they implement on the script. So I had been able to work with all the main directors, but still there are few directors with whom I wanted to work, but I couldn't work. Like Raghav Subbu who did Photo Factory and Samir Saxena who did Ye Meri Family and all. But they're like Nidhi Ma'am, I did Pagal season 2, and with Chaitanya, I did Girls Hostel 2 and Cubicles. With Chaitanya, I have a good bonding because we both are from South, and I'm from Kerala and he's from Karnataka. And we have that South Indian kind of stuff, thoda sa like masala, like this, we can try to put it into a better one. Not like too much of masala, but like we can grip it like that we like. Then I worked with Abhinav, Abhishek, Parikshit, and all this you might be knowing in TVF, TSP, and all these things, and Harman and all people. So that was a fun thing to work, and I worked with Nishant who did the Hum Tum, that one first 2-3 episodes, like Parikshit Ehsaas wala thing. So with everybody, there are something hidden in them, like a lot of things to learn about, and they all wanted to like explore a lot of stuff. That is the only thing which I felt TVF couldn't do it. Like they can't allow you to do the like heavy thing. Like there is a limitation, everything. But in that limitation, how can you achieve the best? That is one thing which I experienced in TVF. And all the directors, they are the main source of experience for me. Not only the directors, even the editors. After the shoot, I go sit with these editors and I learn from them ki, like what wrong we did or what better we can do. Sometimes these editors can help you out how to achieve the best smoothing shots because they are the people who will stitch your shots to the best flow, right? Director's vision, you shoot it, and the editors are the other director who will stitch it and make you the best pleasant thing. So that is the one thing. And then I like to sit with the VFX people also since I like VFX, so it was good to work for that. And one thing which I almost wanted to learn thing was music wala bass, which I couldn't because there is so much of thing in music. Because those are the things which even if one small steady shot, like you don't have work, but the music will give you immense feel for that. That is one department which I like to learn a lot more, but it will take time for me. The TVF that's helped me out because everybody were together, and so I was able to learn from each department. It was helpful for me to like input whatever next project okay मैंने क्या गलती की थी हाँ चलो इसमें कुछ नया करते हैं इसमें this better thing like that we were able to do.
So it's a very interesting like experience you had.
Yeah.
So as you said, you worked with different directors. Like I'm sure like every other project was with a different director. Every director has a different like a vision or something. So how did you cope up with them? Like if possible, like for example, if someone has a east like a vision and someone has a west vision, so when you switch the project, so how do you get into that zone and what's the process for that?
First of all, I have a pattern of liking. It's like I like this crime, drama, and adventure thing. But I never got that sort of thing to do. I always get like something romantic. Even my movie was a romantic movie, which is completely out of my box. But I am always ready to do something which is out of the box. Like always, which I can try to implement. It's not like always I have a like on one particular genre. But it's not like only that you should be doing. No, you should try to learn in all the things. Like what is a pleasant scenarios. Like if it is romantic, what difference it is from the crime thing. Like crime is like realistic and dark face. Romantic like bright and colorful. And sci-fi is completely different. So those are the things. So mostly whenever I get the directors, so I sit with the director and I will try to understand what actually he wants. So he might be explaining the formats, like however the shots he wanted or the looks and feels, and he might be suggesting you the movie. So watch the movie and I get the gain of knowledge of like, okay, this is the pattern he's planning to. Then I try to implement my own thought process to that sort of things. But yeah, I can tell you like I haven't got that 100% thing to do till now. I have got only like very limited stages of things. So like that, Cubicles was like an office space. You can't do anything like a lot of things in the lighting because it is an office space. You can't do a romantic and bluish and like from here Dino and from there Par and all you can't put. It's like sorts of a natural space. So Cubicles was like completely natural and it went on natural only. We shot it like natural. People will think naturally shot. No, like it was very short in a rainy season and no lights weather. We lighted it in a way that it looks natural. Same like that only girls hostel. Girls hostel we shot like every light we have kept is just like a behavior of a street light, because in girls hostel also like you will have a normal hostel space. You will not have a pleasant backlight and all these things. Whichever light is there, it's a normal. And then I try to play with this property lightings, whichever is possible. So I mostly like to do natural stuff and all these things. So every directors have their own inputs. Like if Chaitanya wants this massy look and all these things, so he will give me all the freedom of lighting and all the other patterns. He have that feeling. Like if you work with Nishant and all, Nishant have a perfect. He wanted like doing this frame by frame. He wanted to do this. Harman also is like that. Abhinav, Parikshit, Abhishek, and Abhishek. All these people they started rewriting all the stuff. So they wanted to do this or do that, do this, do that. Like they have a planning. So we try to elaborate it in slowly, and then we work it. It's not like, हाँ मुझे पता है. No, that won't work it. Like you sit with the director, you try to convince her this is the better, this is the thing. Then eventually you can. It is an easy way to work, to understand your director. Then everything is sorted.
That's a very like it's very simple. Like you have explained in such a simple manner. Like it's like one step tutorial thing for our audience, I guess.
Yes, that's enough. I feel sometimes why you have to talk something big stuff so that people will we have experienced something huge. No, why? Everything is similar. Everybody can do something. Even I feel that there are youngsters who's coming up. They can do much better than me sometimes. It's just like, okay, fine. It depends on how you work, how easy you work. That's it.
As you were talking about youngsters who are coming up, so like everyone has their inspirations, right? So when you were young, when you were starting out in a field, so who were your inspiration? Whom do you admire? Like whom do you look up to?
So basically, my cinematography thing came in like 2007, 8, 9. That time, 9 or 10 is the major places when, like just 10 years before, I started realizing, okay, cinematography is something new. So before that, now my favorite is Emmanuel Lubezki, always, all-time favorite. But that time, I don't know about him. So I used to, mostly I was more connected to Santosh Shiva, like his natural way of portraying things, and Dilse and Ravan, how beautifully he shot. Because he have explained one thing about his journey is like, he always take one new shot every time in his room. Like he have one on his room in Kerala, his own house. So that time his brother have a photo shop, like like photography thing studio in their hometown. So he take the camera, and every time every day or every week of the time he used to take one shot of his room, one big frame. So he's telling like how much frame you can capture from one room. Like that is the through how you have to learn. So it helped me in TVF also. Like you TVF one place is like Pandakare room. There is one small hall in the room, in the office. So you have to make it as a hospital. You can make it as a living room. You can make it as a bedroom. You make it as a restaurant. Everything. So everybody, all the three DOPs, like before Jarin, me, Sri, Kunal, all these four people, we have made these things in different lighting, different patterns, everything. If you see, with Chaitanya, I did one shoot called Syscode. Not Syscode 2 or 3. It's Syscode first one. It is there. In that first thing, it comes a bar, and that bar is Fandakare room. Then comes a living room for a puja room for a family. That is also Fandakare room. Then there comes a hospital. That is also Fandakare room. Then there comes a some other room actually. That is also Fandakare room. Everything was shot in Fandakare room. Like this wall, we have used that particular thing. This wall, it is the hospital, and then everything was like frame. That's how it made me learn things. That's how I have learned from Santosh Shivan. Then slowly, eventually I was evolving. Then I started seeing all the works of all the other DOPs and everything. So Emmanuel Lubezki struck me because he's mostly doing one takes, and I love one takes. But depends on the script also. So I take one take because it can grip the audience. मतलब audience ऐसे बैठ के देखेंगे कि यार क्या हो रहा है. Never you will feel like okay, I'll check the mobile or something like that. If the script demands, the one take makes it far better. So his Tree of Life, his Children of Men, you see Birdman. and all these things. Even 1917 is a one take, but still, I feel the best one take movie is Birdman, because you will not feel the cuts. It's like very well planned. In 1917, you can count the shots in the first when you watch the first time itself. You can feel that कि यहाँ पे cut किया है. But Birdman was so smoothly done, directed and shot. So that's how I like. This is the thing which I learned from these people. Watching their movies like it's always like, अच्छा हाँ यहाँ पे ये कर सकते हैं, यहाँ पे ये कर सकते हैं. हाँ, obviously they have technical knowledge is beyond our thing, but still, but it can't be implement that like that.
So as we are talking about your inspirations and stuff, so as you started applying those in your kind of work, so what the biggest challenges you faced when you were applying or when you were trying something new in your career?
For me, the challenge is like understand the director and get the thing. Like every month you might having a four projects, like 3-4 projects you will be having, and the entire 4 projects will be different directors interior. And it's my duty to achieve the entire 4 things in different color tone, या फिर different lighting way or different shot. And that entire 1 month, I have to sit with all the 4 directors and achieve it. So that was a challenge for me, like every time. And I feel that I used to ask them only, did I able to achieve it? So they are happy. Matlab, always I get the review from them, always, like with the director, with the editor, with the VFX supervisor. I'll ask them, did I be able to achieve what you wanted? Like, even though we have strive hard a lot. So yes, the biggest challenge which I faced in TVF was like the girls' hostel shoot. Like, because of the brand issues and all those things, we used to get the script in the morning of the day of the shoot. So it was a big challenge for me to understand the director. So me and the AD. So Abhishek was the chief. Abhishek and Yash were the chief ADs and all. So it was very tough for us to understand the director on the spot, because director also is like might be stressed out. Like we have to explain on the day itself, and we have to finish at least 6 to 7 pages in the day on first day itself. So everything, and that was the biggest challenge, and we achieved it. And it released, and it is now in Netflix. So that one thing which happened, it was like inspiration for us. Like we learned a lot of them. Now, if you give a script, we can easily shoot anything. After that one incident happened to us.
Yeah, so now you know the process, like how to do it, but it must be it must be crazy. I can't even imagine getting a script in the morning and shooting 6-7 pages in a day.
Yeah, it was very difficult because writer writes it, but and then creative people, everything they reads it and then go to the brand. Suddenly brand will tell me there is a change. We didn't like this. So then again it comes to the writer, and writer have to rewrite it. So one morning, Chaitanya got 2 scripts of the same episode. So one is like 16 pages, one is 18 pages something. And he was like, oh, which one will I read? And then it was like smooth, and he is very smart enough to like handle the things and very patient and all these things. So he made it like happen. It was nice.
So as you said, like getting a script in a day and shooting it in a like that at very same day. So my next question is on the same note. Like, how important is knowing the script well, and why is it important for a cinematographer to know the script very well?
It is very important for a cinematographer to know the script. I have seen there are few people who doesn't read also. You have to know the flow of the movie, because cinematographer should know the flow of the movie, because director will tell you this is a shot and this is a thing. You should feel the flow, you should feel the ambience, you should feel the emotion of the each and every character, so that it will help you to frame it, and according to you yourself can add the moments. Like if director is telling how this we can shoot it like this, you can add up like this emotion can have a moment, a track shot or like some tracking shot we can add up. So that will help the director also to make it fine tune the entire scenes which you shoot it. So knowing the script is very important, because you will know the feel, the emotions, the visual thing, color and all these things. Without knowing that, I don't think you will be able to achieve that emotion. Like after the shoot, you will feel you will not feel that the script and the visuals won't match. You will not feel the connected. There are movies like that, if you see, and that is because either of them, like director or DOP or editor, somebody who's not reading the script and just implementing on the script. You should read the script and just do it as it is. You make it beautiful. That is what your work is. You read it and make it. and it's very important. Like I'll tell you, 101%, it is very important to read the script.
So as you mentioned about the gears that you use, the things like for the setup you use the 3D Max. So I what are the favorite gears that you want, like you always prefer to shoot with, like the lightings, the camera? What are your favorite A-lister gears? Like gears.
But mostly I like, see, I am good with handheld shots. I am handling. So mine is like I always in my shoot there will be one Ronin and one handheld shoulder rig. This is two things which always I wanted in the set because both of them is my favorite and to shoot. So handheld shot, like if you see Girls Hostel season for first season, third episode, fourth and fifth episode is completely shot in handheld and with one camera. We had two cameras on the set, but one was set on Ronin and one was set on handheld. So we shoot it, handle, shift, then take the Ronin and take the one takes, then shift, handle. So I like that. And lighting wise, I am not much more interested in too much of lighting. I mostly like the natural things. So enhance it, like how even in Lubinsky have told, like you have got the best natural thing within you. Embrace it. Try to understand the thing, make it beautiful, whatever you have. Too much of lights, I don't prefer. You need light to make the visual. People can watch it. That's it. People should be able to watch according to the script. And if script demands okay too much of light and too much of dreamy things, then okay fine, I can try putting up lights and all these things. Otherwise, what people can see, like with respect to the script, do that. That's how the thing is. My favorite gear is shoulder rig and Ronin. This is the two things always.
Okay. So for the lighting, you always prefer like it should be more realistic, more natural, and like
Yeah,
that.
yeah. Yeah, even if you see any of the shoot, my cubicles or girls, also you won't feel like it's heavily lighted it up. It's like I just wanted it normally realistic. How if you're sitting in a room, if there is from one light coming from it, that is the only light it should be. But I will modulate like how the light should come. That's the only thing which I do. Same thing.
As we talked about your influencers and how you got into this industry, so may we know like what are the movies that inspired you, like what were the first movie you saw and you thought like this is something interesting and I want to get into this field and I want to be a cinematographer.
Uh, I am very much bad, I think, in answering that question. I guess so. But because there are a lot of movies which actually sometimes my mind diverts from VFX to shooting. Like when I used to see Transformers, I used to like kya graphics, visual effects, yeah, Transformers the first two, three episodes, like Avatar and all these things. Suddenly you see this Children of Men, Revenant, and Alphonse Cuarón's movie, and you become oh, like how well they have shot. And then these are the like basically Alphonse Cuarón's movie and this movie is like I like get connected and this like how the shot, like especially with the Lubinsky's movies and all these things. And then Steven Spielberg's movie is like something which always I love to watch because he is a director who have touched everything,
Yeah.
like all the departments, adventure and sci-fi and everything. So all his movies and Janusz Kaminski is also my one of my favorite DOP and all these things. Then Christopher Nolan's movie also like Inception, Dark Knight and all these things. After seeing Dark Knight and Lord of the Rings movies making, I felt like we should do something which is like yeah, like people will say yeah something they have did, but I haven't able to do that, neither anybody else. So it's like they're making movie itself is like something a feature film. Hobbit I have seen they have shot it like with 47 red epic cameras. Right? Like wow, like how that brain of the director works out now there. So those are the things. Like every movie makes me inspire like somewhere other way. Like how positive and negative both you will get it from every movie. So there is not like one movie or something for me. Every movie makes me learn. Okay, this is something new they have done it and learn that how to do that. Learn it and try to implement in your own way. Not like the same repeat copy paste. Try to. It might be bad in your way,
Yeah.
but try to implement it like in your own way. Don't replicate it. Those are the things which I learned. Like every movie there is something new. So it helps me out to learn and just criticize and just implement in our own stuff and just recall ki what wrong and what good things you have done and how you can just remodel it in and make it better in every other shoots.
Yeah. So it's like if you get an idea, like if you see an idea, take it, make
Yeah.
it your own idea, and then imply in your work.
Yeah, yeah. See, there is one. I think there are a lot of shots. If you know about parallax effect, and like there is if there is one object in front of you, and there is mountains, and there is one object here. So if you move the camera here, this character in front of you will move faster than the behind thing. It will statically stay. So during Hum Tum shoot, I told so that was the end of the shot. I think Hum Tum first episode or something. I told Nishan, tell me the last shot what you want, because I got to know something I can do here. So he told me just track back. I told okay, give me the end of the cut where it will come, and I will give you a shot. He told what is that? I told I will give you the shot. Then we tracked back, and I just went up. And there are a lot of people who asked me like, तुमने drone shot किया है क्या? Just watch that shot if possible. I hope you might like it. So it goes up. So it's nothing. I just bent down with Xeon crane and I just lifted it up and just lifted it up. Nothing else. I didn't stand on anything and everything. You just like work on parallax effect, and that parallax effect I have learned from Steven Spielberg and all these people's. Alfred Hitchcock, he have done the vertigo shot itself with that knowledge of things. So try try to implement. It might not be like the 100% or something. It might be 1%, but it is an achievement. Like you have done 1% of something new, and people are appreciating for that. At least 3 people if are appreciating it, is you are happy. I am happy, but like these people are appreciating. Like it's good.
Is there any future director you want to work into, or you are looking forward to work with?
I always tell my friends same thing. I love to work with good directors and all these things. I always wanted to work with Andra Kashyap. I don't know whether that is possible or not. So I don't try to fetch that or something. So I know that there are 6 to 7 friends of mine who is very good in direction. So one or other day they might be doing a very good movie. So I told them if it goes well, call me up for the movie and we'll work together and make it something huge. Other than that, if I feel doing some movie with somebody who I am admiring so much, that is Andra Kashyap.
Okay, so my next question is like when you discuss with the director, like when you put your ideas, like this we can do in this manner, this we can do in this manner, and if the director doesn't doesn't approve or doesn't think that it will go with that like the flow of the movie or a series, then how do you approach that if there is a conflict or if there is a discussion about it? So how do you approach or how do you handle that?
So majorly till now there haven't been any big conflict or something between any of my directors or something. So basically, if when I work, I tell them I should be 100, like that the DOP should be 100% sure whether this will work out or not. When you're telling to a director, because he has the vision of everything, because you should trust the director, right? So if you're telling him your shot is better than this shot, it is like this, and you should be 100% sure. Like when he give you a counter attack to that, you should be able to answer it, like why I'm giving you this. So always I have the answer for that whenever I have that shot in my mind, because if director says me 10 shots, in that 4 shots will be the one which I will tell him we can make it better. Because not every 10 shots you will not be able to make it better, because if every 10 shots you are making better, then you only direct it better, no? So I feel like always there will be some or other way differentiation every time will be that trust the director and make it better in a way that yes, everybody will be understanding and the script demands it. Not like, अच्छा मैं कुछ कर सकता हूँ, नहीं. If the script demands it, it can be better. Then try to make it better and just make it understandable. Like make him understand that this is the thing, it will work out. Then there will not be any conflict, because I have an experience in that, because I have worked with everybody. So because when I implement them, so they will understand that this is the thing. Or else they will tell, "Arey nahi yaar, matlab I feel this is the better thing." Then I tell, okay, fine. Matlab it might be able to. There is certain times when girls hostel itself, me and Chaitanya had a discussion, and Chaitanya told यहाँ पे कट करते हैं. Then I told no यार, मतलब वहाँ पे अच्छा नहीं लगेगा, कट अच्छा नहीं लगेगा. Then he told trust me, it will work. Then I told okay. And the editable, it worked well. Like it worked well. So it's like that. The directors will know that thing. Otherwise, we can't mention them as a director. No? But trust me, You will understand the best director when he reads the script and narrates it to you, like how the vision he wants it. So that is the time you have to choose whether to go with the director or not. So that is one thing I can just tell you. You should also have the vision in your mind.
That's really nice. Okay, so yeah, so I think I'm done with my question. What advices that you want to give to the aspiring?
So whoever is coming up, who is ever learning cinematography, like I know that whenever you learn anything, like in colleges or school or individually anything, you will be learning the same thing what everybody have learned. So like same lighting, you will have the sky panel, you will have the HMI, you will have the fluorescent, you will have the area, like all the cameras will be the same, lenses will be the same. But do the thing which actually makes you different. Like maybe the lighting pattern, maybe the way you shoot it, maybe the way you show the visuals differently. See, if example I can tell you, there is one nice cinematographer whom I like right now. He's in South. It's Abhinand Ramanujam. I don't know whether you have heard his name. So he have done two, three Malayalam movies. One is Nine and one is Amen. So you have to see the way he visualized. Almost half of the movie is wide angle. It's completely like almost 10 mm to 16 mm it is, and the way it is framed. So it's like that is his style. So even and if you try the same thing in अरे यार उसी के तरह करते हैं, so call him only as a DOP, no, not me, because he will better able to do, not me.
Yeah.
So that is one thing. That wide angle, learn from him, like how he have framed it, like how he is able to tell the story with that perfect lensing or something like that. Learn that and try to implement your own way and just make it like, अच्छा हाँ, this is like you can do it. So try it. मतलब मेरा अभी natural है. Like I like to be natural thing and one take वाला DOP is non. I all my friends and directors will be यार तेरे साथ एक one take करना है, तेरे साथ एक one take करना है. I'm just waiting with them कि when we will be able to do that one take वाला.
Yeah.
So same thing. Whenever I used to shoot, you give me a run-in, I'll hold the run-in, I'll go. I used to do that. बहुत सारे शॉट्स ऐसे लिए कि जहाँ पे जमकर डालने पड़े थे बाद में. So I like to shoot. मतलब run-in, I don't take any other different crew or somebody मतलब to assist me to hold the run-in. No, I myself used to do it. अभी तो young हूँ, जितना मैं अपना health ठीक तब तक तो I'll try myself to do it. So all possible shots. So that's why I'm telling you, like, learn from everything, learn the basic, learn the theory, learn the advanced thing, everything, and try to start it in your own way. Like, हाँ ये मतलब when you say यार इसने बहुत अच्छा किया है, like that, and it is easy. It's like nothing difficult. Study the script and visualize it the best way how the script is. Not like यार मेरा काम अच्छा होगा कि नहीं, तेरा काम अच्छा होना चाहिए with respect to the script. Otherwise, there is no point. This is what I can tell you. You are reading a script where the boy is in a middle class family, and if you see nicely well lit house and well lit properties, it's a fake. It's flop.
Yeah.
People might be able to see यार बहुत अच्छा सा shoot किया. Nothing. It doesn't. I don't feel that I have made justice to the script. That is the only thing. Just however you learn, you make films, do justice to the script. That is the only thing which I can tell anybody and everybody.
So it was really fun and really insightful, and I hope it was really insightful for our audience also. Thank you so much, Ashwin, and thank you so much for taking out the time and doing a Zoom call with us. Thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you very much.